Alright, so move on to the next segment. I'll be sharing my boxing women's pound for pound list. So if you guys have followed the podcast, if you guys are new to the podcast, I have had two separate men's pound for pound boxing lists thus far. I started one in January. I just had it, my recent one a few weeks ago in the men's division. So now I'll be presenting to you guys my first ever women's pound for pound list. Let's start at number 10. I have Delphine Persoon. Delphine Persoon has had one hell of a career. She's 48-3, has 19 knockouts to her resume, and she's a former WBC lightweight champion. She was a defending champion. She defended that WBC lightweight championship a total of 9 times, and she actually took Katie Taylor to the limit in 2019. Katie Taylor narrowly got the win against Delphine. She's been one hell of a fighter. She's still a force to be reckoned with late in her career. She's in her late 30s and deserves to be on my pound for pound list. Delphine Persoon is number 10 on my list. At number 9, I have Jessica Maskaskill. Jessica Maskaskill is 22-3. She has 5 knockouts to her resume and is a unified welterweight champion in the women's division. Despite losing to Chantel Cameron in late 2022 of November last year, she's still the queen of the welterweight division at 147 pounds in women's boxing. She is the former unified welterweight champion in the women's division. She is now the unified champion in this division after vacating the IBF and WBO world titles. Jessica Maskaskill is one of the best women's fighters today. She's number 9 on my list. At number 8, I have Savannah Marshall. Savannah Marshall has 13 wins, 1 loss. She has 10 knockouts to her resume and is currently the new undisputed super middleweight champion in the women's division. She's the undisputed champion at 168 pounds. She gained her status back as one of the best top fighters in the world after defeating Franchune Dezern by majority decision to become an undisputed champion at the super middleweight division. She has marquee victories over Hannah Racklin, Maria Landberg, and Famke Hermans. Even though she has that one career loss against Clarissa Shields that she suffered late in 2022, she's still one of the best women's fighters in the world today, and undisputed champion. Savannah Marshall is number 8 on my list. At number 7, I have Mikaela Mayer. Mikaela Mayer is 18-1. She has 5 knockouts to her resume. She's a former IBF and WBO world champion, and also a Ring Magazine champion at the super featherweight division. And she was a part of, in my opinion, the second best women's fight that took place in the calendar year 2022, when the two rivals met each other on the Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall co-main event when Mikaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgardner got in the ring. That was one hell of a fight. I think that was the second best fight in women's boxing last year. Mikaela Mayer unfortunately came up short, losing that fight by split decision to Alicia Baumgardner in a unified championship fight. But she went in a recent outing in the boxing ring. She went on to bounce back and defeat Lucy Wildheart by unanimous decision in her lightweight debut. Mikaela Mayer is nothing to overlook in the women's division. She's number 7 on my list. At number 6, I have Seniesa Estrada. Seniesa Estrada, she's 24-0. She has 9 knockouts to her resume. She's currently the reigning WBA minimum weight champion. And who could ever forget, she still holds the record for the fastest knockout in women's boxing history, scoring a victory in a total of 7 seconds via knockout. She has notable wins over Marlon Esparza, Annabelle Ortiz, and Tanaka. I think she's a force to be reckoned with. Seniesa Estrada is number 6 on my list. At number 5, I have Alicia Baumgardner. Alicia Baumgardner, she's 15-1. She has 7 knockouts to her resume. She's currently the junior lightweight undisputed champion at 130 pounds in the women's boxing today. Her quest to becoming one of the best women in the sport of boxing started with her ferocious knockout victory against Terry Harper in 2021. That's how she got the nickname The Bomb, and she has never looked back ever since that knockout happened and took place. She on her quest to becoming one of the best women in the sport of boxing, she defeated Mikaela Mayer by a split decision. She decisively defeated Aleem Mekhalet to become the undisputed champion. And she got her lip back and defeated Cristina Lordado last weekend, getting her lip back. Cristina Lordado is the only woman in Alicia Baumgartner's career that she's ever been defeated by. She got her lick back last weekend. Over the last 12 months, she defeated those 3 women and it became the undisputed champion. She's one of the best in the sport today. She's number 5 on my list. And number 4, I have Amanda Serrano. Amanda Serrano is... she is the real deal. And honestly, if it wasn't for these losses, there's a discussion that she could be number 1 on anybody's women's pound for pound list. But Amanda Serrano, she's 44. She has 44 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw to her resume. She has 30 knockouts. Holds the record for being a 7-time world champion in 7 different weight classes. That's the record for women's boxing, and that's nearly tying the record that Manny Pacquiao set, being a 8 division world champion in the men's boxing. So if she ever accomplishes that, she could easily tie Manny Pacquiao's record of being 8 division world champion in the sport of boxing. Amanda Serrano went on a 28-fight win streak before she finally met her match last year when she fought Katie Taylor. Man, I stand on it. I think that fight with Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano last year, it was something special. I hope we see the rematch one day down the line with these 2 respective women. They laid it all on the line the first time they fought in the ring. In my opinion, that was the best fight in men's and women's boxing last year. That was the fight of the year, the calendar year 2022, when those 2 women fought in the ring. But after that loss, Amanda Serrano has bounced back in her last 2 outings. She's defeated Sarah Mofand and Erica Cruz, Isaac Pitbull Cruz's cousin, Erica Cruz, in her last 2 fights. And I'm looking forward to her return when she is in the co-main event on Jake Paul's card. Number 3 is Katie Taylor. Katie Taylor is 22-1. She has 6 knockouts to her resume and is currently the undisputed champion at the lightweight division at 135 in women's boxing. Despite attempting to be great, I have nothing but respect for Katie Taylor. And I might as well say that about all the women in boxing, because if you guys keep listening to this list, there's a lot of undisputed champions in the women's division in the sport of boxing. All these ladies deserve credit because they have always taken the risk of losing their zero to become great. This is an example of what Katie Taylor did a few months ago when she fought Chantel Cameron in the Undisputed Championship fight. She moved up to 140 to challenge Chantel Cameron in the Undisputed Championship fight. She came up just a tad bit short. But you can't knock her for wanting to be a 2-time undisputed champion simultaneously in 2 different divisions. She is still one of the best boxers on the planet today. Her resume is legendary. I think when you add up wins, when you talk about top-notch fighters being on your resume, I think Katie Taylor has the best resume. She just has that one loss, that one blemish that hurts her. Her resume is legendary. She's defeated Jessica Maskaskill. She's defeated Victoria Bustos. She's defeated Eva Wallstorm. She's defeated Rose Valtena. She's defeated Delphine Persoon. She's defeated Natasha Jones. And she's defeated Amanda Serrano. Her legendary resume is only going to continue to grow. Katie Taylor is late in her career. She's in her late 30s. It's only it's exciting to still see her fight at this level, fighting the best of the best. She's number 3 on my list. At number 2, I have Chantel Cameron. Chantel Cameron is currently 18-0. She has 8 knockouts to her resume and is currently the undisputed champion at the super lightweight division at 140 pounds in the women's division. She scored the biggest win of her career a few months ago against Katie Taylor. Actually flew to Dublin, Ireland, and defeated Katie Taylor in her own backyard of Ireland to defend her own titles and to walk away still undisputed at 140 pounds. Now finds herself as one of the biggest stars in the women's division. I think that Katie Taylor, if she was successful against Chantel Cameron, would have set up for a rematch against Amanda Serrano by the end of the year. Now I think that we're going to get since Chantel Cameron won that fight, I think we're going to get a rematch against Katie Taylor in another Undisputed Championship fight. This time I expect Chantel Cameron to climb down and fight Katie Taylor at 135 for her Undisputed titles. But nonetheless, Chantel Cameron is number 2 on my list. And at number 1, I have Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields is 14-0. She has 2 knockouts to her resume. She is a 2-time undisputed middleweight champion at the 160-pound division, and she's a former undisputed super middleweight champion as well. So she's been undisputed 3 different times in her boxing career. That's legendary. Not even a male boxer has even accomplished what Claressa Shields has accomplished thus far in her boxing career. She may go down as one of the greatest women's fighters. She may go down as the greatest women's boxer in boxing history. She keeps this up. This is top notch for someone that's only had 14 pro fights in their boxing career thus far. She scored the biggest fight of her career last year, late in 2022. When she went over across the pond and fought Savannah Marshall in an undisputed championship fight. She got her lick back. If you guys don't know out there, Savannah Marshall actually beat Claressa Shields in the amateurs. Claressa Shields has never gotten the best of Savannah Marshall. She changed the narrative on that last year. When she defeated Savannah Marshall in hostile territory across the pond to become a 2-time undisputed super middleweight champion. This helped her win Women's Boxer of the Year last year, and this actually just helped her win Boxer of the Year at the 2023 ESPN ESPYs. So that is my women's pound for pound list in the sport of boxing today.